So we're going to look at Facebook ads setup today. And I want to do this with you over a span of just a couple minutes because let's see, let's go in here and look at, so here's Facebook, the new Facebook. I'm in the ad center for a local business. This is probably what you think of when you think of running ads on Facebook, boosting posts or events, maybe creating an ad. But there's not a lot of options here, and quite frankly, this isn't the right place for you to be if you want your ads to bring some good value. I want to instead show you business.facebook.com. This is less pretty, and you can ignore a lot of what's going on this page. When you come here for the first time, you'll create a business manager account. Just name it your business. It will not create a new page on Facebook. It is just a management tool that just kind of plops right on top of your current Facebook account. We're going to look at three things in the business tools. We're going to look at the ads manager, we're going to look at the events manager, and we're going to look at audiences. So what you're seeing right here, this is the ads manager. This is where your campaigns go. We're also going to have the events manager. Let me hop over into that account. There it is. So the events manager, this is not like birthday parties and retirement dinners. This is what happens on Facebook ads outside of Facebook. When they go to your website or your app, or they come to your place of work, tracking all of that information. We'll get back to that one here in a second because we're going to do that one second. And then the other thing we're going to look at is the audiences. These three things are going to be really important. Now, we're going to start in the events manager because you probably don't have a pixel yet. I do. So I want to show you very quickly how we create a pixel. Green button to connect a data source. So we're going to connect a new source. And let's let Facebook load. We're going to choose web. This is just going to be for the website. Facebook pixel is the option that we're going to choose here. And then we're going to name our pixel. Let's see. Joe's Livecast pixel. And we'll just continue. So this is going to generate a pixel. We'll just give it a second to do that. And then we're going to manually add pixel code to our website. So green button to copy. Now I use the Evergreen Marketing Machine. This is the one tool that I have to manage all aspects of my business. Website, funnels, emails, leads, prospect, sales, the whole 9 yards all exist in here. And I'm going to go into my website because I want to install this tool in my website. So I'm going to go to the Evergreen website. And in Evergreen, it's really easy to do this. You don't have to go page by page. You just go into your head tracking code and paste. Okay, so that's all I'm doing there. One paste and save, and now we're done setting up that part of the pixel. Now that's the base. We want to turn on advanced matching. Sure, that's just a button we'll hit. And then we're going to want to use the events setup tool. And the events setup tool is going to be really important because this is going to actually tell Facebook exactly what happens when they go over to our page. So this is going to open up. I'm going to sip some coffee while it loads. I'll be right back. So as the website's loading up now, it's going to load the site, and then it's going to pop up this event setup tool. So this is going to say, hey, there's stuff going on this page. I'm Facebook. Tell me what I need to track. I'm going to track a new button. It's going to show me the buttons that are options. I want my 14-day free trial. And these are all the events. They have a start trial. I'm going to use that one. Now this button is repeated over and over on the website. You'll notice here in just half a second, it knows that already. Pretty cool. So all of those buttons are already claimed. I'm going to just finish setup. Yep, that's the event that I added. I'm done. Now we're all set up. Facebook Pixel's all set up. So that's the events manager. We're done with that. Let's move to audiences. Audiences, there are some helpful benefits here. There are custom audiences that else exists within their niches. Show those people some ads to bring them in. Special ads are only in special categories. You'll see them when you create your account. I'm going to skip it because it's not us right now. And then the saved audiences are targeting options. So I'm going to create a saved audience because I want to build a group that we're going to go after. And I'm going to choose, let's see. I'm going to choose, let's see how close I can get with healthcare business owners in U.S. Actually, in Richmond, Virginia. Let's get real tight on this one. Now, over here on the right, potential audience. So we're at 230 million people. I don't want to pay to show 230 million people my ad. So I'm going to go to Richmond, Virginia. And I'm going to go, it defaults to 25-mile radius. That's fine. That's fine for me. Age and gender. We're going after men in this case as a sample here. Okay. As a sample. And I'm going to say men 38 to 60. I don't want folks that are nearing that retirement mentality. These are business builders. So then we get into detailed targeting. Let's browse this one here. So in our demographics, I can look at some information. So education, right? So I can go into fields of study and I could do a search for, let's see, fields of study. So I could do that. I'm not going to take the time to let that load though. I could go to education level. So they need a doctorate, right? Because they're a doctor. So, and then life events. Let's see. No, I don't want any of those. Work, though. Okay, so we could go into industries and healthcare and medical services. Ba-boom. And job titles. Let's go with physical therapists. Not any good ones. Let's try physios. Nope. Chiropractors? There's a chiropractor. There's one. Okay. So now we're targeting chiropractors in the U.S. with a doctorate degree. I'm just using all this as samples here. This may not even be a very good audience. But I'm building a group and I'm going to create a saved audience. So what this is doing is it's loading it into my account. Now I've got 2,000 people who fit that category. Okay. So I would need to know the size of that audience and make sure I got a good one. I did another one earlier. Mom is head of household in Richmond, 25-mile radius. These are women who live within 25 miles of Richmond, Virginia, 32 to 60, female gender. Household income is the top 10%. They have, and their parents with up to 17-year-old kids, meaning they're most likely at home. So that's how we build our audiences. Now we have our pixel to track, we have our audience to market to. Then we just go create our campaign. And I'm not going to walk you through the whole portion of campaign creation here because it does a good job of stepping you through everything as it goes along. But there is one thing I want to point out on the first screen once that shows up. So I'm going to mark conversions just to get into the campaign here. And on the first page of the conversion setup, it's going to talk about CBO, not CBD, CBO, campaign budget optimization. So when you build a budget for online advertising, Facebook, Google, etc., they ask what a daily budget. So let's say I want to spend $40 a day. Well, there's this campaign budget optimization that you want to turn on because essentially what this means is the system is going to look for trend, right? Like our goal isn't to spend $40 a day. Our goal is to bring in business to accomplish our goals. So the system analyzes and tracks. And when we have CBO turned on, it just turn that button on there. But when that's turned on, the system looks for trend line and it says, okay, we're spending $40 a day, but you know what? on Tuesdays and on Fridays in the afternoons and evenings, that audience is really biting. You convert at a much higher level, and your pixel that you've installed on your website tells us they're actually signing up. So what the system will do is it will take the funds from other times of the week that may be lower, that you would otherwise just kind of smooth your money across. It'll take funds from those days and run them up on Tuesdays and Friday afternoons. So maybe on Tuesday afternoons you spend $90, but it's not $90 a day now. Your budget was $40, so it takes $90, takes $40 from the day, $50 from other days, and it kind of mushes it in. And it's trying to hit a high time. So turn that on. It saves you from having to hire a Facebook marketer to do that. This is just literally one click, and it's going to optimize things for you over the longer haul. So you follow through and you set up your campaign. If you're running to a specific page, so I have funnels in my Evergreen account where I advertise different things. Let's say this is a special promotion that I've been doing, free marketing audit. So I would take the web address here and I put that in my ad, and I want to run people to that page so that when they click on my ad, it takes them to this page on my website, which talks about the marketing exam that I want them, so they can watch my cool video, they can check out all the different things that I do, and then they can just hit claim your free marketing audit, ask a couple questions, they answer those, and then now we're starting to build a relationship together because I'm providing value to help them better understand what they can do differently with their marketing. So is that helpful? We're at 11 or 12 minutes here right now. So those are the 3 key things you need to do with your Facebook account. Get into the Business Manager tool, create a pixel, put it on your website. And if you're using Evergreen like I do, it's so easy to do that. And then build an audience based on the types of people that you want to work with. And then step 3, build an ad targeting those people to your website, and you're up and running. You're making money. You're drawing business in without a lot of headache. So I'm going to let you go. There's some freebies on my website. If you want to take advantage of those, you can. And, if you ever have any questions, or if you want to know another video that you want to do in the future, if there's a topic you want me to cover, let me know. Just shoot me a note. You can get me at